welcome to Leaders of Tomorrow, ETNA's special initiative that celebrates the undying entrepreneurial spirit of micro, small and medium enterprises. On the show today, a chat with Ye China on our Insights segment and on Bright Sparks tonight featuring Senior World and Urban Pod. Language connects people, and in an increasingly globalized world, what better way for people to connect than by knowing each other's languages and culture? Usha Sahu started learning Mandarin many years ago and realizing that it was the language of the future, went on to set up one of India's largest Chinese language centers. Ye China today has moved beyond centers in only Mumbai to Delhi and Pune as well, and is looking at a wider footprint. I caught up with her earlier to talk about why businesses should look at language opportunities today. Here's what she had to say. Thanks very much for speaking with us here on the Leaders of Tomorrow, Usha. Let's start by talking about Ye China. Explain to our viewers really how the business model works.
The thing is, in 2007, I was actually homemaker and thought of acquiring a skill and doing something, a change for my own life first. And I started learning Mandarin Chinese, and that time it was something like China and India were growing economies, and I thought maybe learning Chinese will help. And all thanks to my husband who helped me to discover that China and Chinese can be a very big opportunity in next 10 years.
What helped you then decide that there was indeed a business model and a business opportunity as far as teaching and learning languages is concerned, Usha? And if there's one thing that helped you scale this as a business, what would that be?
Basically, we thought if we start something, a platform for teachers, and it can be scaled up to, become an organization. So the thing is, learning languages in India is very, specific, like either in colleges or in institutes which doesn't have a vision for next 10 years. But I thought, let us develop something which will have a vision for next 20 years, maybe learning with us, getting trained by us, then teaching with us, maybe down the line taking up jobs with us, or working with other companies or other people who are looking at talent acquisition. So the thing is, the whole system or the whole thought of Ye China, the whole model of Ye China, developed with four major verticals. One is our elementary Chinese, teaching Chinese to preschool kids. It's different. Learning languages is always fun with smaller children. Then teaching Chinese to corporates, professionals, and people who wants to take up as a job opportunity. Then teaching Chinese to to business houses who wants a customized course to learn for their own business. So when there are 4-5 different models, it can't be an institute. It has to be a company or an organization.
Funding for any entrepreneur is a very crucial aspect of the business. So maybe you can talk to our viewers about what your own funding journey has been like.
I was an author. I authored a book called Let's Say Ni Hao with Gauri and Bao. That book was costing me 1,20,000 rupees to print 1,000 copies, because I didn't have a very big branding at the beginning of my starting of my organization. Wherever I go, I wanted to carry that book, because that book has a message why one should learn Chinese and how simple it can be. So it was 1,20,000. So it's like his trust that I am going to make probably 10 crores out of it, and he just came forward and he gave me 1,20,000. Probably that is the first funding I got for Ye China to print the books, and I never looked back after that.
What is the scope for language courses in institutes like yours, Usha? Talk to our viewers about whether there are a lot of opportunities for students and also entrepreneurs who learn different languages, who learn foreign languages, and they're able to then go forward and use that in their professional life.
If we can create one person who studied Chinese can change and create a ecosystem of working and getting employment done, I think there are a lot of opportunities for student and corporates and business people. The biggest barrier when learning languages is like to find out a vision or to look for some opportunity. Then only they will able to focus for the language.
Usha, you started this institute and learning Mandarin at a time when the economies of the two countries were booming and were very interlinked. But as we speak, a lot of the developing economies are very closely tied in together with India's, especially given what we're seeing in terms of the developed markets. What other languages then would you really advise our viewers to look at? What other languages are becoming more and more important for entrepreneurs to know?
Sunanda, to be very honest, after I started learning Mandarin, I only think of Mandarin. But if something else which I can see picking up, maybe Spanish, which may not be a right data I have. But I am seeing that when we work for 17, 18 schools, simultaneously children and people learning Spanish, and people come to us and ask, what else do you teach apart from Mandarin? Do you teach Spanish? Do you teach German? So I am thinking if it is a student view or a student's ambition or aspirations, German will be something engineering students and many students wants to go research and work for. In my view, German would be a next language which people will like to learn.
What are your expansion plans like? I noticed that you have centers in Mumbai, Delhi and Pune. What next for you?
Sunanda, the thing is, this year, like 2016 March, I decided that China should be in 3 cities, and it is there in 3 cities. Next year, I have a bigger vision. We have to work hard for it, but we really want to be present at 16 cities of India. Not only metros, it can be cities like tier 2 cities and where people also looking for some new opportunity and to learn something new. So 16 cities next year.
Usha, as we're coming to the end of this interview, if there's a message that you'd like to give our entrepreneurs who are watching this show, what would it be? And if I asked you to give advice specific to women entrepreneurs, you're someone who started this, you were a housewife, you've said you've started this, you started learning the course, you turned that into a business and you've become an entrepreneur in your own right now. What would your advice then be to them?
See, for the entrepreneurs, I like to say when you start company and organization or anything you have set up for yourself, you will always face challenges. There may be a challenge of competition, there may be a challenge of changing economic scenario, there may be a challenge of changing world and everything, but you should be prepared to change yourself as fast as you see the world is changing. So when we see that maybe if we feel that Mandarin is not anymore a subject to learn, will you have a different idea to start with? So the whole concept of change as an entrepreneur, you should be always prepared for a change. And all the entrepreneurs should look forward for a 5 years, not for tomorrow or day after. So every morning you get up, oh, what is there today? No, what is there after 5 years? Are you going to be like the same, or you are going to be a changed person?
We like asking the entrepreneurs who come on our show what their success mantras are like. If I was to ask you that, what would you say?
Sunanda, success is a word which probably I don't want to say that we are successful, but I really want to say that dedication, discipline and commitment and a passion always helps you to succeed. So the whole concept of success is, it's a very continuous process and there is no end to it. The end we have to discover that when you are actually successful. So if you really want to know, for me, the time, discipline, dedication, passion and beyond my comfort zone is what success for me.
Usha, thanks very much for speaking with us here tonight on The Leaders of Tomorrow. Time for a break. When we come back, we'll feature Senior World and Urban Pod. Welcome back. You're with us here on Leaders of Tomorrow, and tonight on Bright Sparks, we're featuring Senior World and Urban Pod. Tonight, we bring to you a Delhi-based startup in the social entrepreneurial space which promotes positive aging and is creating different products and engagement avenues, especially for senior citizens. Libza Manan has the story.
Going with them is a dark.
We felt as if we are all one family.
Can actually send our parents with them to any part of the world.
This group of elderly people are now friends, and they have all met through a common platform, Senior World, a startup that aims to bring the elderly together and impact their lives positively through its various offerings.
So Rahul, talk to us about the inspiration behind translating this noble idea into a brand.
There are about 12 crore seniors in India, which is more than the combined population of UK, Scotland and Canada. But unfortunately, it's a totally ignored segment. It's called the forgotten demographic simply because I guess in India, for the kind of population we have, we're obsessed with youth. So when Deepu and I were going through our list of ideas, we said, let's do something which is entrepreneurially challenging, but socially impacting as well.
Absolutely. And do you agree to the fact that amidst this constant race to keep pace with rapid urbanization, the society's focus on the elderly has been slightly shifted?
So if you were to look at products itself, how many products can you think of, which are designed specifically for seniors, barring of course the healthcare industry. The other thing is, nuclearization is happening. More and more families are going nuclear. It is leaving a lot of seniors to fend for themselves. A lot of forward-looking seniors obviously are embracing even that change very, very positively, and taking the onus onto themselves. The third dimension of this, if you were to look at even our public spaces, how friendly are they? Currently 9% of India is called seniors. By 2050, the number is going to be 20%.
What has been the brand strategies to reach out to the target group of consumers?
So if you look at the Easy Phone or the Juvo Wonderlight, it is bought by children mostly, children or grandchildren for their parents or grandparents. So we address that aspect of the market. All our promotions today are done on Facebook, on online essentially. There are about now 2.2 or 2.3 million seniors on Facebook. So for travel, we target them all the time. Those are the two segments we keep. The buyer segment, which is people like you and me, saying, okay, this is something that could be of interest, to a parent, to a grandparent. So that's one set of targeting we do. And then there is a set of targeting we do at seniors.
Senior World primarily offers 3 products: Juvo Wonderlight, an automatic LED light; Silver Wings, group holiday packages for seniors; and Easy Phone, India's most senior-friendly phone. Packed with a host of senior-friendly features, Easy Phone has been designed specifically to address the needs of the elderly.
Well, talking about your flagship product, the Easy Phone, which is tagged as India's most senior-friendly phone, would you like to elaborate more on the features of the product?
So Easy Phone comes with a keypad which is big, a large font on the screen that helps and eases your eyes to read. Okay. It helps you it has got a anti-skid back. A lot of senior citizens will have a shaky hands. So at the back of the Easy Phone is anti-skid. Charger. Okay. It's difficult for senior citizen to find the hole to put the charger. So it comes with a cradle charging. So simply take the phone, drop it, just like your cordless phones. It comes with an advanced SOS feature, an emergency function, which I think it's extremely relevant for this segment. It allows you to inform your near and dear ones in case of emergency through a single click of button. It does a host of things. It tells you where you are. It tells you you are in emergency. It tells you the person about your blood group, your doctor details, your insurance details, and so forth. It's an extremely useful tool.
Right. So besides products and services, are there any other initiatives that you take to build a more engaging community for the seniors?
Before we introduce the product, we actually launched our Facebook community page. It's one of the extremely engaged page and community today in India. We have a lakh plus today senior citizens attached with us. So taking that forward, we intend to create our own platform where we want to bring the community back over there, and that platform will have more innovative features which will help you to create a digital community as well as an offline community with much more ease. And it will have a lot of friendly and senior friendly features and functionalities to help bring the seniors together. So that's in the foray. That should happen in the next few months from now.
Absolutely. And from a business perspective, I would like to know what's the revenue model for the brand?
Okay, all these products which we are currently selling, be it the mobile phones or the security devices or the travel, all of them are, the clear source of income as of right now. There are innovative models and products which we are thinking, which will cut across various verticals. Those will be largely our source of incomes and revenue model.
Going ahead, this one-stop destination for seniors plans to diversify its product offerings with only one mission in mind: to make the elderly independent and self-reliant.
When one says hotel, most Indians think cozy beds which most likely burn holes in our pockets. But what if you could get the best of a hotel room minus the frills and cost for a stay which is minimalistic but comfortable? India recently got its first pod hotel, Urban Pod, less than a month ago, and it's already got the hospitality market buzzing. Shubhangi Sinha visited Urban Pod and caught up with the founders to bring you tips on successfully experimenting within conventional industries. Take a look.
If comfort and value for money are your two check boxes for a hotel stay, look no further than India's first pod hotel, Urban Pod in Mumbai. Inspired by pod hotels on a visit to Singapore, Hiren Gandhi decided to bring this concept to India in partnership with two others and opened the doors of this futuristic hotel to travelers earlier this month.
Urban Pod is India's first pod hotel, right here in the middle of Mumbai, in fact. What was your inspiration behind venturing into this space, and when did the idea really strike you?
Urban Pod is a pod hotel which is something different than a regular hotel, where we expect guests to stay for 1 or 2 nights or maybe less than that. And it is meant for metro travelers who are here just for a quick business meeting, or a leisure traveler who is just transiting in Mumbai. So the purpose of this hotel in Mumbai is that there are a lot of travelers coming in here who don't need a lot of frills in a luxury or even a 3-star, 4-star hotel. So we are looking at customers who would just need a place to freshen up, safe place, hygienic place, and would move on with their business in a quick way.
While I completely agree that the concept is absolutely new, but do you really think that takers in this space are really willing to experiment in the way that they stay or lodge at hotels? Do you think that Indians are really ready to accept this?
We expect Indians to accept this because it is a smart way to travel. People who don't want too many frills in a hotel, they would be comfortable in this place. If you want a quick place to change, freshen up and get on with your business, this is the ideal place. It's something like the iPhone that came 10 years back. We didn't know that a touch phone would be accepted so well how it is today. And this is something similar where smart hotels like ours would be accepted in India like how it is outside India.
Now, talking to you from a customer's point of view, or just considering the price points that you offer, there are a lot of other players in the field like an Oyo Rooms or an Airbnb which have similar price points. How do you think in such a scenario your venture would be able to stand out?
So we are not trying to compete here with anybody, but any kind of competition you see in the market today, standardization is the biggest challenge. And also just by consolidating rooms under one brand, it may not really help, because again, if you're not going to be able to deliver standardized products from one city to another, it defeats the purpose of branding. So at Urban Pod, what we want to achieve is to give standardized experiences night after night for our customers. We are not looking at growing it exponentially and not able to manage standardization at any cost.
Now, do you really have any branding and marketing strategies in place, since the concept is extremely popular abroad but comparatively new to the country? What are the branding and marketing strategies that you're really looking at so that you can make people aware of the concept, of the viability of a pod hotel?
So we are looking at the smart traveler who is very tech savvy. So people who are quite active on the net. So that is why we are very much present online, and we also have our own web portal where we sell hotel rooms. We are also going to do tie-ups with corporates in the real world, and hopefully when they use it, their word of mouth automatically is going to go out. We are also looking at tie-ups outside of Mumbai, because there are most of the people will be coming from out of Mumbai, and that is how I think the marketing would work for us.
Now, playing the devil's advocate for a minute, once the novelty of the concept really wears off, how do you think you'll be able to sustain the interest of a customer who's been here more than once and still have them come back?
So Urban Pod is a great place to not only stay overnight but also network with like-minded people, which I think will never wear off. It's human tendency to socialize, network with newer people. So that's going to be our USP that is going to carry on for years to come. And secondly, a hotel room never wears off. You just have to bring in newer ways of selling the same hotel room, like we have always been doing in the hospitality industry.
Looking 3 to 5 years ahead, what is the one thing that you think will be able to help Urban Pod expand to other cities, to other metro cities in fact? What is your expansion plan really looking like at this point in time?
So our target is to achieve about 1,000 rooms in next 3 years. And we see that as a big opportunity in the metro areas, because we have to create value to a customer where he's getting a hotel room for an X price, and until we don't have a 20 to 30% reduced price compared to these hotels, we won't stand a chance to compete. So we are looking at property owners as strategic partners to partner with us and give us an opportunity to develop the property that they have.
As I walked to my pod for the day, uninitiated into the world of pod stays, the easy-to-use features and spacious interiors made for a unique experience. And with Urban Pod, India now has a hotel option where value for money and convenience have finally become two peas in a pod.
Well, with that, it's a wrap on this episode of The Leaders of Tomorrow. And tonight, we've brought you tips and insight on the language market and how you, the MSME entrepreneur, can use what is essentially a passion to turn it into your business. If you have anything that you'd like to say to us, do write in at leadersoftomorrowtimesgroup.com. You can tweet at me personally at Sunanda_J. You can reach us on social media using the hashtag or call us on that number you see flashing on your screen. We promise to have all your questions answered. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.